Hi friends. So earlier today, Lily and I filmed a video with her brothers, Tavi and Jack, and that was a hot mess. I need therapy now after the like 538th take. I think we finally got a decent, somewhat usable video, which you will see. That will be part two. So it's going to be a series now. This is part one for clarity, and then part two, and then part three will be answer to any questions, comments, whatever that we receive. You'll see the second video. You'll understand. So about 11 years ago, this is sort of about the beginning of Lily. And you're going to laugh because I'm going to say 11 years ago, but it's the beginning of our little family here. Was about 11 years ago. So a lot of people don't know this about me, but I'm a single mom by choice. So when I say I'm a single mom, there's a lot of single moms out there, and we all wear it with pride, but mine was choice. A lot of people don't necessarily make that choice, and I did, and it very much works for me. It doesn't always work for everybody, but it's absolutely was the right choice for me. My ex-boyfriend from before 11 years ago is happily married now to a wonderful woman, and he is much better for it. And as am I, only because I would have made a horrible wife. We would have spent 11 years trying to come up with how he could understand my goofy train of thought. And I very much think outside the box, and when it comes to raising kids, I am pretty selfish about it, and so it works for me. So there are lots of people that have said, "Oh my gosh, well, what's it like? How did you do that?" And it's not for everybody. I went to a fertility clinic, and I went to a sperm bank, and so it's a bit like shopping from the J.C. Penney catalog for the father of your children. It's very clinical. But I know his whole medical history, so I probably know more about my father of my babies than typical husbands and wives know about each other, or that I even know about myself. I probably know more about his medical history than I know about my own. So that's how awesome it kind of is. And it was quite terrifying in the beginning because I had to tell my very large, very Italian Catholic family that I was going to not get married, but I was pregnant. Well, before I was pregnant, I did kind of tell them I was planning it. So I didn't just say, "Hey, by the way." I wasn't quite that shocking, but it was very difficult. But it was so worth it because now I have these three beautiful, amazing children. And there was a lot of question in the beginning, well, what happens if you have a child with a medical problem, or what happens if this happens or that happens? There's so many questions, and my answers were always, well, that can happen to a married couple. That can happen to a married couple. That can happen to two parents. That can always happen. And I have always sort of walked my own road. Everyone who knows me knows that. And so it worked for me. So if you're questioning whether or not it would work for you, you can certainly talk to me. But it's not for everybody. But it's working tremendously well for me. And so now I have these three great kids, and I'm loving my single mom life with them. And lo and behold, I had a child with a medical problem, Lily, a very, very severe medical problem with her heart, and a lot of stuff. But you know what? We walked the road, and we're still walking the road. All three of us, four of us. We have four now. We have Lily now, and me too equals four. Sometimes that's hard to imagine that I have three children. But I will also add very quickly that it takes a village, no matter whether you're married or not. It takes a village to raise children, and I have a huge village. So support system is key, and I cannot leave them out because my immediate family, my mom, my dad, my stepmom, my grandparents, my aunts, my uncles, my cousins, oh my goodness, my best friends, just my neighbors, everyone, new friends. People that crawled out of nowhere when I had Lily that are now very, very good friends of mine. Just a support system like you can't imagine. And so if you have that, then yes, you can do anything in life, no matter what it is. So there's that. But I wanted to just clarify the next video because the next video is quite chaotic if you can follow it. So that's my story, and for a lot of those of you who know me but don't know that, there it is. So if you ever hear Tavi and Jack say they don't have a father, they do have a father. And they do know all about this. So do not let them lie to you. But they don't know him. And you know what the biggest shame of it is, and I think I said this in the next video, and this is the sad part, is that he doesn't know them. because he's missing out because they're great. And so I guess, I mean, he made that choice, and I made that choice. And I have asked, we've talked about it many times, about these are Lily's feet. Sticking her feet up in the air. About me, there are issues when my boys are missing a father, missing growing up with a father, but they have a lot of father figures, and that's key. And so when you do make the choice, there are some consequences. So there are some things, but they know all about it, and they're willing to answer questions, and I'm willing to answer questions, and I would love to hear questions. I would love to make this a discussion because when I did it, there were a couple books for kids, but there really wasn't a whole lot, and I kind of want to spread the word. And Lily, this is how Lily came about. What if I have a third child? And boom, I have a third child, and we're so blessed. And so that's where she started all those years ago, and I couldn't be more grateful. So thanks for watching, and put your questions and comments and everything, and like and subscribe. And Tavi does this so much better than I do, but, anyway. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that was not too long. Thanks. Bye.